What's up everybody, it's Mark, and we're diving deep into a massive TV today. We're talking about the TCL 85-inch class QM7-Series 4K UHD HDR QD Mini LED Smart Google TV. That's right, I said 85 inches. This beast packs some serious tech, including quantum dot, mini LED backlighting, Google TV Smarts, and a whole lot more. All for a price that might surprise you. We're going to break down everything this TV has to offer, from the picture quality to the features and even some potential drawbacks. And trust me, with a TV this large, you'll want to know all the details before you make a decision. This is the 85QM751G model, coming in at $1,399.99, which for an 85-inch TV is pretty aggressive. And it's got overwhelmingly positive reviews, boasting a 4.8 out of 5-star rating with over 80 reviews. So, let's see if this TCL TV is worth your hard-earned cash. Alright, let's start with the star of the show, the picture quality. And guys, this is where the TCL QM7 series really shines, literally. We're talking about a 4K UHD display, which means incredibly sharp detail, and 4 times the resolution of your old 1080p TV. But it's not just about the resolution, it's about how TCL leverages that resolution with its other tech. First off, the HDR performance is fantastic. HDR expands the range of colors and contrast, and this TV delivers. We're talking deep, inky blacks and bright, vibrant colors that pop off the screen. You get those super bright highlights and subtle details and shadows that make content come to life. Think nature documentaries with sunsets that look good, or sci-fi films where the darkness of space feels real. But what really sets this TV apart is the QD Mini LED technology. Mini LED crams thousands of tiny LEDs into zones. This allows for incredibly precise control over the backlighting, which translates to deeper blacks, brighter whites, and minimal blooming around bright objects. It's a noticeable step up from your standard LED TV, and even rivals some of the OLEDs out there. And then there's the quantum dot technology, which TCL combines with their mini LED setup. This is all about color accuracy and vibrancy. Quantum dots enhance the color spectrum, delivering a wider range of colors that are more true to life. You get those rich, saturated colors that make everything from animated movies to live sports just pop off the screen. Seriously, the combination of 4K resolution, HDR, quantum dot, and mini LED technology makes this TCL a visual powerhouse. Watching movies on this thing is like having a front row seat at the theater, and gaming is super immersive, especially with the low input lag. Okay, so we've established that the picture quality is phenomenal, but no tech is perfect. The biggest potential downside to the TCL 85-inch QM7 series is, well, its size. 85 inches is massive, and I mean that in both a good and potentially bad way. You're going to need a pretty big living room to accommodate this TV, and even then, you might find yourself sitting pretty close to the screen. Of course, for many people, that's the whole point. You want that immersive, cinematic experience, and this TV delivers that in spades. But it's something to consider, especially if you have a smaller space. The other thing to keep in mind is the price, which, while competitive for the size and features, is still a significant investment. At $1,399.99, the TCL 85-inch QM7 series is not exactly an impulse buy. However, when you compare it to other 85-inch TVs with similar features, it actually becomes a pretty compelling value proposition. And honestly, for the level of picture quality you're getting, the price is justified. This is a premium TV experience, and you often get what you pay for in the world of tech. If you can swing it and have the space, the price-to-performance ratio here is hard to beat. Another factor to consider is the viewing angle. Now, TCL has made strides in improving the viewing angles on their TVs, and the QM7 series is no exception. However, it's still an LCD panel, which means you do get some color shifting and contrast loss when viewing from extreme angles. It's not a deal breaker by any means, but something to keep in mind, especially if you have a wide seating arrangement in your living room. For the best viewing experience, you'll want to be sitting directly in front of the TV. Chapter 3-4, UHD and HDR, a match made in TV heaven. Alright, let's circle back to some of the tech that makes this TV so special, starting with the 4K UHD resolution. Now you might be thinking, okay Kunal, we get it, 4K is great. But it's not just about the number of pixels, it's about what those pixels allow you to see. With 4K UHD you're getting 4 times the resolution of standard HD, which translates to incredibly sharp, detailed images. This is especially noticeable on a large screen like this. Fine textures, distant objects, everything just looks crisper and more realistic. And it's not just about the sharpness, it's about the clarity and depth it brings to the picture. You can see individual blades of grass in a nature documentary or the stitching on a baseball during a game, but 4K resolution really shines when paired with HDR, or high dynamic range. HDR is all about expanding the range of colors and contrast that a TV can display. Instead of just seeing brighter whites and darker blacks, HDR delivers more detail in those highlights and shadows. Think of a sunset. With HDR, you'll see the subtle gradations of color in the sky, from the deep oranges to the fiery reds, in a way that just wasn't possible before. Or in a dark scene in a movie, you'll be able to make out objects in the shadows that would have been lost in darkness on a standard HDR TV. The TCL 85-inch QM7-Series supports HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and Dolby Vision, which are some of the leading HDR formats out there. This means you're getting the best possible HDR experience regardless of what you're watching. And trust me, once you've seen HDR content on a TV like this, there's no going back. Chapter 4. QD, Mini LED, the future of LCD. Now let's talk about the tech that really makes this TCL TV stand out. QD Mini LED. This is a mouthful, but it's essentially a combination of 2 technologies that work together to deliver stunning picture quality. We've touched on Mini LED backlighting, but it's worth diving a little deeper. Traditional LCD TVs use a backlight that illuminates the entire screen from behind. This can lead to issues like light bleed, where you see halos of light around bright objects, especially in dark scenes. Mini LED solves this by using thousands of tiny LEDs that are grouped into zones. These zones can be individually controlled, meaning they can dim or brighten independently of each other. This allows for much more precise backlighting, resulting in deeper blacks, brighter whites, and significantly less blooming. But TCL doesn't stop there. They combine Mini LED backlighting with quantum dot technology, which is where the QD and QD Mini LED comes in. Quantum dots are microscopic particles that emit light at very specific wavelengths, allowing for incredibly accurate and vibrant colors. Think of it like this. The Mini LED backlight provides the canvas, and the quantum dots paint the colors. The result is a TV with stunning contrast, deep blacks, vibrant colors, and impressive HDR performance. Now you might be wondering how QD Mini LED compares to OLED, which is often considered the gold standard for picture quality. While OLED still has the edge in terms of perfect blacks and infinite contrast, QD Mini LED comes incredibly close. And in some areas like peak brightness, QD Mini LED actually surpasses OLED. Ultimately, both technologies have their pros and cons, but QD Mini LED is a seriously impressive display technology that gives OLED a run for its money. And for many people, it might be the better choice, especially considering the larger screen sizes and more affordable prices that QD Mini LED TVs offer. Chapter 5. Google TV, your gateway to streaming bliss. Okay, so we've covered the picture quality, but what about the smarts? Well, the TCL 85-inch QM7-Series comes equipped with Google TV, which is one of the best smart TV platforms out there. If you're familiar with Android TV, Google TV is essentially the next evolution of that. Google TV offers a clean, intuitive interface that's easy to navigate. It aggregates content from all your favorite streaming services like Netflix, Disney+, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, and more, and presents it in a personalized recommendations feed. No more jumping between apps. Google TV does the work for you. One of the best things about Google TV is its voice search functionality. Just press the microphone button on the remote, and you can search for specific movies, TV shows, actors, genres, or even ask general questions like, "What's the weather like today?" And because it's Google, you get seamless integration with other Google services like Google Assistant, Google Photos, and even Google Meet. You can control your smart home devices, view your photos on the big screen, or even make video calls all right from your TV. The TCL 85-inch QM7-Series also comes with Chromecast built in, so you can easily cast content from your phone, tablet, or laptop directly to the TV. This is great for sharing photos, videos, or even your entire screen with the whole family. Overall, Google TV is a polished and powerful smart TV platform that elevates the entire viewing experience. It's fast, fluid, and makes finding something to watch a breeze. So there you have it guys, the TCL 85-inch QM7 Series 4K UHD HDR QD Mini LED Smart Google TV. This TV is a beast, both in size and performance. The combination of 4K resolution, HDR QD Mini LED technology, and Google TV makes for an incredible viewing experience that's hard to beat, especially at this price point. If you're looking for a massive TV that delivers stunning picture quality, a ton of features, and doesn't break the bank, the TCL 85-inch QM7 Series is definitely worth checking out. Remember, this is the 85QM751G model, and it's available now for $1,399.99. Thanks for watching, and be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you think of this TV. Is it on your wish list? What other TVs do you want me to review? Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more tech breakdowns coming soon.